guys, welcome to a very special Fat and Funny. 2 for the price of 1 today. Ooh, cut it out. I don't know, it's just entertaining to do. If you're born in 95 or earlier, you probably don't know that. So, I thought it would be fun. So you've got a video of some of my travel and eating well while I'm gone. But I have a lot of people who reach out in regards to what my dogs eat. So, preface this by saying I'm a pescatarian, so no meat other than fish and seafood, and ovo-lacto, so eggs and the occasional milk. Cheese is awesome. I love my cheese. So, but my dogs eat raw, despite the fact that I don't eat meat. My dogs are raw meat eaters. So I thought it would be really interesting, and I've had a couple people ask me, hey, show me how you make your dog food. So today, it's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a snap into what I make for raw. So people think just raw meat, just go to the store, get some meat, throw it in. A little bit more complicated than that. So first off, we start with the vegetable mix. I'd say the breakdown is about 2 parts meat to 1 part. So a third of the food should be veggies and fruits. So I start off with that blend first. So today what we have is zucchini, celery. I've got some parsley, some kale, some dandelion, which will be split with the bunny and a little bit with the girls, and some apple. If I have the opportunity, broccoli, cauliflower. I just didn't have any with me, or didn't have any at the store. I also ensure there's a fruit blend. So this is blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Girls like all of the above, as well as coconut oil. Sorry. I prefer to buy Costco because it's like 500 pounds for like 8 cents. Not really, but anyway. Apple cider vinegar, great for digestion. And last but not least, the magical turmeric. So that goes into all of my food through the food processor and mixed together. So, why I fill my bowls only halfway. With the coconut oil and the turmeric and the apple cider vinegar, this ensures that I make a proper mix so that there's not too much coconut oil stuck to the bottom, because that's what it does the second it hits something reasonably cold. I do melt it before. I find it mixes far better. I have been that person to overload the bowls. I just find that at that point I'm then struggling to ensure that all of the vegetable mixes are coated in the coconut oil, the turmeric, and the apple cider vinegar. So what this ends up making is a very healthy vegetable component for your dog's mix. Why is it important that your dogs get vegetables? Well, like us, they need vegetables. When it comes to cats, and by the way, this mix is completely cat compatible, minus the vegetables. So what's very important that your pet receive, in the case of a dog, it is very important that they have fruits and vegetables. It is important that you ensure that they do have supplements, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. They have the 3 components, like I said: vegetables, so fruits and vegetables, yeah, meat, and organs. So it is important that they have all of that, as well as bone. Bone is very important for doggos. Cats, the organs, and bones, and meat, obviously very important. So I don't mix bone in. My meat grinder does not break down bone. I have killed one trying. So what I tend to do is about once or twice a week, they eat an entire mackerel, head to tail, minus fins and tail fin. Please take those off. It's a great summertime treat. You just give it to your dog. Yes, they can eat it's very good to eat it whole. Intestines, all that stuff has all the good stuff for them. When I don't have that ability, salmon oil is important. Cleo agrees, so salmon oil is also really important as well. So let's move on to meat. All right, so on to the meat. I've changed. Have my fancy apron, so I feel like I'm on Dexter. So go-to, consistently, I always go with pork. It's affordable. It's got some fat to it. This is only about $25, so I'll do 2 of those. Chicken, depends on what's there. Chicken breasts for today. Sometimes I use smaller pieces. It really depends. The organ aspect, so we're going with pork liver. I do not like dealing with liver. Nothing wrong with it. I just find it gooey and watery, and I just don't like dealing with it. But I have to because that was all they had. I prefer pork or beef hearts if they have, or even chicken hearts, but none today. And always fish aspects, so I've got sardines. They're frozen. I put them in, obviously minus the tail, straight into the grinder, let them grind up. So obviously the fish aspect is a little less in terms of portioning, so these 2 bags will go through my whole amount. It's not, doesn't always have to be there. Certain dogs are allergic, so don't feel that you need to, but make sure that you're looking for like anchovy oil, fish oil, stuff like that to supplement. On to the meat making. All right, so I've lost my place to put my phone down, so we're going selfie vision here. So what I've done is I've cut all my meat before I grind it. Just personal preference, just because it's annoying to stop and go back constantly, and then I don't cross-contaminate, which is always good. So, time to grind. All right, guys, so I apologize for the noise. Girls are getting to lick the bowls. So, I'm all done. For about $155, including containers, veggies, meat, I made 72 of these, which comes to about $2.15 a container. I feed, just to give you an idea, for almost 30-pound dog, this is 2 meals. So breakfast and dinner. Ignore the loud plates. They're happy to lick the bowls. So yeah, so very, very affordable compared to what you might get elsewhere. So key points that I want to remind you of. Other than avoiding cross-contamination. So make sure you're balancing out your food, veggies, organs, meat. Depending on the size of your dog, you can either cube the meat or put it through a meat grinder. That's what I go for the meat grinder. I just find it easier with the small dogs. Yay, Boston Terriers. In terms of fish, you can go mackerel, you can go sardines, whatever you prefer. I go like sardines because they're smaller, easy to cut. And little trick, put them head first so you don't hear them scream. I'm kidding. Just easier. Nothing explodes out of them. And again, try and put them in frozen. I find that also has a huge advantage because then they're not smelly. So if you're too lazy and you don't want to make your own raw, but you do want to go the route of raw, and you happen to be in and around Montreal, I have a great place I like to recommend, Bailey Blue. Check them out. Website here. Just because they're where I learned about all my raw meat, and whenever I have health issues or health questions that are not vet related, I definitely go through them. They're holistic and they're awesome. In the West Island, NDG, can't beat them. So you can also buy raw. It's nice they do have the bone aspect for them as well. So for me, Corey, Fat and Funny, and the dogs, Cleo and Callie. Callie. I say a big thank you for watching, and I hope this helps for anyone who wants to get into raw. For me and the doggies, I'm out. Bye. Bye. She hates me.